Hi, welcome to Empowered PT with Dr. E. Today I'm going to teach you some ankle strengthening exercises. So these exercises can be really helpful if you've ever experienced an ankle sprain or an ankle injury, and if you feel that your ankles are just unstable when you're walking on uneven surfaces. These exercises will really help to improve the strength and the proprioception of your ankle joint. So that's the joint's awareness in space, essentially. So I'm going to take you through a couple of these exercises. So what you'll need is just a chair or a stable surface just to hold on to, just in case you need some additional balance support. And then I have 4 of these cones that I put down, but you could use anything. You could use playing cards, you could use paper cups, whatever you have handy, and you're just going to position those essentially in 4 corners, 2 in front and 2 behind you. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do we're going to work the calf muscles and the muscles in the front of the ankle. So if you need to hold on to a chair, you can, but what you're going to do is push up on your tippy toes into a calf raise and then back down. So I'll show you a side view. You want to make sure you aren't leaning forward. You want to make sure you're driving straight up toward the ceiling, holding a couple seconds, and then back down. So you can start with, a set of 15 to 20, working your way up to 30. And the first position is toes neutral, okay? Then we're going to turn the toes in slightly as if you're pigeon-toed, and we're going to repeat the same thing. So this is isolating a little bit more of the medial gastroc, the inner calf muscle. So making sure you're keeping that belly button pulled in so you're driving straight up and not leaning forward, holding a few seconds, and then back down. Again, trying to build up to 3 sets of 10. And then the last one is toes slightly turned out. Okay, and so now we're working a little bit more of the lateral aspect of the ankle. Okay, so toes neutral, toes turned in, toes turned out. Now, if you need to do a little calf stretch in between, if your calves are feeling really fatigued from that, feel free to stretch before you move on. So next, I'm gonna just move the chair out of the way a little bit more, but if you are struggling with your balance, keep that chair close by. So the next one we're gonna do is just standing on one leg in a stork position. So the goal is to try to keep all 5 toes planted, your weight evenly distributed between all 5 toes, and lifting that knee up into a stork position and just trying to balance. Now, if you're all over the place and unable to do this, you can always just keep that toe, big toe of the leg that you're not standing on planted, just to give you a little bit more stability, and then you can progress to stork position. If stork position becomes too easy, there are a couple ways we can progress it. You can either hold a ball and have somebody play catch with you, or throw the ball against the wall and catch it to make it more of a feedback, feed forward balance challenge. You can also hold this position and just close your eyes, taking the visual system out of the equation, which will challenge the balance more. And the other thing that we can do is just use our cones, and we're going to start to challenge that affected ankle by standing on the affected leg and then reaching toward the cones. So I'm bending my knee, and I'm also hinging at my hip as I reach toward those cones. So that's 1 repetition all the way around. So reaching to the front, reaching to the back. And it's completely fine to hold on to a wall if you're really unsteady, or that chair, just until you get more comfortable with it. Good, and then you want to make sure that you also repeat this exercise on the other side. So this is really working that quadricep and ankle in various planes to help to restore that dynamic strength and proprioception and balance. So if you go through these exercises at least 3 to 4 times a week, progressing your repetitions, adding in those challenges that I told you about, closing your eyes when you're doing it or adding in a ball toss, you should really start to feel that over the next 6 weeks of doing these exercises that your ankles are much more stable. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.